Everybody knows who Sophie Cunningham is. Everybody wants a piece of Sophie Cunningham. Her jersey is the #1 selling jersey in the WNBA. Sold out.
The other day, Sophie came sauntering into the Chicago Sky game wearing a shirt that went viral.
One shirt, one post, one player. That's all it took to shake the very foundation of the WNBA. Sophie Cunningham didn't just wear an Arbys t-shirt. She made a statement that echoed far beyond basketball courts. What looked like a quirky fashion choice turned into an unexpected revolution. Within 24 hours, $800,000 worth of that very shirt had sold out nationwide. The WNBA? They were caught off guard, unprepared for the cultural detonation she had just triggered. What started as a reaction to a missed foul spiraled into a full-blown movement. Let's rewind. During a recent game, Cunningham took a brutal hit to the head, no whistle. Then came a neck grab, blatantly obvious, yet the officials stayed silent. The fans erupted. Clips of the uncalled fouls circulated online, stirring outrage. But Sophie? She was done playing nice, done staying silent.
You can see after the game, Caitlin Clark and Sophie are both running up to the referee here. They are both so upset, and the referee is just walking away from them. He won't even look at them in the face. He keeps turning. Like, Sophie even went up at one point and is like tapping on his arm. He would not even look at them. You guys, I have watched so much basketball in my lifetime, so much NBA, so much professional basketball. It's comical at times when you see the players after the games talking to the refs, because a lot of them end up knowing each other at a certain point because they've reffed their game so many times. The fact that this referee wouldn't even acknowledge the player
and done pretending like everything was fine. She took to TikTok, and what followed was nothing short of savage. In the now viral clip, Cunningham called out the refs, labeling them slow, useless, and blind. No metaphors, no filters, just raw, unfiltered frustration. The video racked up 1.3 million views in a matter of hours, with thousands of fans flooding the comments. And for once, the sentiment was unified. Someone had finally said what everyone was thinking. Instead of addressing the elephant in the room, the officiating issues, player safety, or credibility of league governance, the WNBA responded with a $5,000 fine. It wasn't just a penalty, it was a warning. Sit down, shut up, play ball. But Sophie, she didn't blink. In fact, she laughed, openly and publicly. And then came her checkmate. Game night arrived, and while others showed up in team warm-ups or sponsor gear, Sophie stepped out in a plain white tee that read in bold, "Hot girls eat Arbys."
In a parking lot in Tucson, like,
It wasn't just a meme, it was marketing genius. That single shirt flipped the script. The internet went into overdrive. Fans posted reaction videos, memes flooded Twitter, influencers picked it up. Arbys themselves crowned her an unapologetic queen on their official account. Suddenly, Sophie wasn't just a player, she was a brand. Within hours, the shirt was sold out in all 50 states. By the next morning, 800,000 shirts had been purchased, reportedly generating millions in revenue, none of which touched the WNBA's pockets.
Because her jersey surpassed the all-time woman, Caitlin Clark. The most popular woman ever in the WNBA, Caitlin Clark, got her jersey surpassed by Sophie Cunningham. Why? Because Sophie Cunningham stood up for Caitlin Clark. She did all of these Instagrams, she did all of this stuff, and next thing you know, it all didn't matter.
Here's where it gets bigger. The WNBA had tried to discipline her, contain her, reduce her moment to a mere footnote. But Sophie Cunningham had just pulled off the most effective grassroots marketing play in women's sports history. She flipped a $5,000 fine into a cultural phenomenon. She turned a missed foul into $1 million opportunity. She transformed league discipline into public loyalty. And now, the offers are rolling in. Jeannie Buss, yes, the Lakers owner, personally reached out to offer Sophie a slot in WOW, Women of Wrestling. Bus didn't just see a trend, she saw an enforcer, a disruptor. The kind of raw energy the WNBA couldn't contain and wrestling could capitalize on. She even positioned Sophie as a protector figure, not just for herself, but for none other than Caitlin Clark. That name drop wasn't accidental. Clark has become the face of the new WNBA, marketable, controversial, and increasingly polarizing. Linking Sophie to Caitlin wasn't just good PR, it was strategy. And the shockwaves continued when Angel Reese jumped in, reposting the Arbys clip with the emoji and the caption, "They scared of real ones." The message was loud and clear. Sophie wasn't standing alone. What the WNBA didn't understand is that they had created this monster themselves by ignoring dangerous fouls, by disciplining outspoken players, by treating its stars like employees, not voices. Instead of evolving, they tried to enforce. Instead of engaging, they punished. And Sophie? She became the face of the pushback. Her TikTok following exploded from 300,000 to over 1.7 million in just days.
Today, she put out this statement. I have the meats at Arby's right here. And I have no idea what she got paid for this. But hot girls eat Arby's right here.
Maybe you should drive a Yukon. Pick up whenever you call.
I decided to turn that down. I don't know if that's a song that's going to get copyrighted or not. But she put this out. And this entire thing has broken the internet.
Brands took notice. Jersey sales skyrocketed. Her name trended globally. She wasn't being silenced, she was being amplified. And the league? Scrambling. Behind closed doors, insiders claim the WNBA is now considering banning all branded clothing from pre-game entrances. That's right, instead of fixing officiating or improving transparency, they're discussing more restrictions, more control, more silencing. Meanwhile, Sophie's Instagram story showed her holding an Arby's burger with a gold chain that read, 5K Fine Club. And rumor has it, Arbys has offered her a $2 million deal to become the face of their next national ad campaign. Let that sink in. This is no longer about Sophie Cunningham. It's about every athlete who's ever been told to keep their mouth shut, play nice, and follow the script. It's about challenging broken systems. It's about power. Who has it, who abuses it, and who dares to take it back. Sophie proved that authenticity hits harder than PR-trained silence.
This arrangement into the Chicago Sky game. Of course, the Indiana Fever, I would like to say, beat the brakes off the Sky, but really it felt like they underachieved a good bit yesterday with so many Sky members being out of the lineup. But nonetheless, she came walking in to the arena yesterday wearing that. There she is right there. Let's just bring this up over at Tater Report. There she is right there. Hot girls eat Arby's. I can only imagine, and I have no idea. I would assume this is some kind of sponsorship.
If you like this video, please subscribe this channel. Every subscriber means a lot for me and motivates me. Thanks. That fans value honesty more than corporate compliance. That when players speak up, really speak up, they don't just make noise, they make change. So is the WNBA falling apart, or just terrified of the players it helped create? Drop Go Sophie in the comments if you think Sophie just changed the game forever. And hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon, because in the next episode, we uncover how Caitlin Clark nearly walked away from the WNBA entirely. All because of what's happening behind the scenes. The internet didn't just respond, it erupted. What started as a witty shirt turned into a strategic power play. It wasn't just funny, it was surgical. Every word on that t-shirt, every frame of that walk-in was part of a perfectly timed disruption. Sophie Cunningham wasn't trolling, she was making a statement. The fans? They went into full-blown meltdown mode. Twitter was chaos, TikTok was flooded. Reaction videos, duets, memes, every corner of the internet was buzzing. Arbys didn't miss the moment either. They jumped in headfirst, posting from their official account and dubbing Sophie an unapologetic queen. The fast food chain had just gone viral without spending a cent on advertising. The comments section became a hall of fame for one-liners. This is iconic. She just cooked the entire WNBA with a t-shirt. Marketing masterclass. Hot girls definitely eat Arby's now. And the numbers? They spoke louder than anything else. By the end of the night, the shirt was completely sold out in every state. By the next day, over 800,000 units were gone. That's millions of dollars in revenue, generated almost entirely by fans, memes, and a perfectly timed middle finger to the league. Not a dime of it went to the WNBA. They tried to penalize her. She turned their punishment into a marketing phenomenon. It wasn't just defiance, it was domination. In a matter of hours, Sophie flipped the narrative. The WNBA wasn't disciplining a player anymore. They were losing the media war, and fast. Her TikTok following skyrocketed from 300K to over 1.7 million. Sponsorship offers started pouring in. Her jersey sales spiked to the top of the charts. Her latest Instagram story, casually holding up an Arby's burger in one hand, rocking a custom gold chain that reads 5K Fine Club. That wasn't just flexing, it was branding at its finest. And behind the scenes, whispers are growing louder. Arbys is reportedly offering her a $2 million deal to become the face of their next national campaign. Fast food meets fast fame, and the WNBA's nowhere in the frame. But let's be clear, this stopped being just about Sophie a long time ago. This is about every athlete who's been told to be quiet, to take the hit, to smile through the disrespect, to shut up and play. And now, Sophie just proved that the script can be flipped. So if you believe she changed the game, if you're riding with the wave she created, drop A in the comments right now. Because the real question is this: is the WNBA falling apart from the inside? Or are they just afraid of the very stars they helped create? Smash that like, hit subscribe and ring the bell, because next episode, and trust me, you won't want to miss it.